Welcome to the realm where the lasers beam bright. Rich Patrick and Jeremy lighting up your night, cutting through the dark with the laser beam. We're really glad you could join the stream. We're the laser makers, we're setting the pace. From engraving to cutting in this high-tech chase, whether wood or metal, glass or stone, we bring the magic right into your home. So gather round wherever you roam, find inspiration in our maker's dome. Subscribe and like, get in the game with Rich Patrick and Jeremy. Remember the names. Ideas light up, projects take form in the maker's realm. Creativity is the norm, so light the beam. Let's start the play with the laser makers, where we create every day.
Yeah, hey everybody. Welcome aboard for our Saturday night live stream. Okay, look at that guy over there.
Long-haired hippie freak.
Long-haired hippie freak. Yep. Oh, yeah, that plaque I got up there, right up there is the 5-man electrical band. And what is the name of that song? I can't remember the name of the song. 5-man electrical band, Signs. Yeah, Signs. Talk about the long-haired hippie freak.
Yeah, yep. I remember that song. That's where I got that from.
Yeah, that's the 45 right there.
45?
The 45 record. Yeah.
Very cool.
Engraved that on wood. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome aboard. So tonight we're talking about Father's Day, and we're going to run a couple of projects to give you some ideas. And
Father's Day.
Huh?
Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day.
Right on, man. Right on.
I did my Father's Day project in a video earlier today because I had to have something else going, and I knew it was going to run into tonight, so it's on the laser. It's been going since 7 o'clock.
And our friend Jerry is here from 3DHP. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Rich. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, I was going to say, hey, dude, but he took the wig off. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, man. Man.
Oh, man.
So
that's too much
tonight
hair in my face.
We're going to run a couple of projects tonight and give you all some ideas of, what you can make for Father's Day. And we're going to do mostly Q&A because we'll be running these projects off. And as you can see here, Jeremy started his early.
Yep.
Now,
So
I saw a couple comments about the wig. If you guys haven't saw that wig before, you haven't watched my videos through till the end. You should probably do that at some point.
That's where I went and got my picture of him for my video I did a couple weeks ago or a week ago.
Yeah.
So I've got my fiber dialed in really good, and I'm going to do a bunch of pictures on my HTL fiber laser.
Cool. So this week I have been working on some hand-drawn designs that I can show you real quick. This is the first one on wood.
Nice.
And these were done on a tablet. I should really switch to AI because it takes a long time to draw these. But I have a drawing tablet where I've drawn these. So these are all on wood, and then I also did a couple of tests on them. Whatever I make, I test myself to make sure that it's going to come out on all different lasers. And the last one is that same as that one, but on a round coaster.
And you did the slate with your fiber laser, or did you use the Lasermatic?
I did 2 of them with the fiber, and then I did I did 2 on the fiber, 1 on the Lasermatic. The last one was the Lasermatic, and the wood ones I did on the Lasermatic. So I will I'll create a coupon for my store, because I put these up for sale on my store, and I'll create a coupon for the viewers of this live stream that'll be good for, I don't know, say 4 or 5 days, because I didn't have time to package any of these up, for the free download, and I'm selling them. So I don't want people sharing that coupon. So for those that are watching us now, by the end of the live stream, I'll put up a coupon, and in the next 4 days or so, let's see, Sunday, Monday, until Wednesday, good until Wednesday.
EVA foam is toxic on a diode laser, isn't it?
EVA foam?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what foam I use for my prototypes. I don't know. Don't know the answer to that one.
I haven't cut foam on mine yet.
Wait, I'll show you guys what I've been working on.
Go ahead.
We'd love to see it.
All right, let's see. Let me get over to the right screen. So these are going to be free giveaways. These are 2 hammers. And it says, "Dad, we love building memories with you." And what you'll have is the hammer cut out the whole shape, and then this engraves, and then this is an extra piece to stack on top of it to make 2-layer with 2024. Then I have it set to fill so that it gets a little bit of shading to it, and it comes hopefully it comes out nice. I haven't even tested these, so I'm going to run these today on the Lasermatic. And then I have another project that I'll be doing on live edge wood, that the same live edge that Rich has, and well, not the same supplier. All right. But it's going to say, "Dad, we know you have loved us since we were born, but we have loved you our whole lives." And what I'm going to do with that one is actually sign it and have my brother sign it, and then give it to my dad for Father's Day.
Cool. Nice.
And then one other thing I've been working on, and I'll have a video coming out on this soon. This is a hand-drawn saw, drawn in Lightburn with the pen tool, and then use some other tools. But I've got a video coming out on how you can make this yourself. And then I don't know if I'm going to put this for sale on my website or what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to do something with that. But you guys will get the other hammers, 2 hammers. At some point, I'll have a link and you can download it.
At some point. Well, send me that file in Messenger, Patrick, and I'll package it up right after the live stream.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So I'm just going, showing some of the people that are here with us tonight.
Cool.
And we'll get right into a Q&A once we get started on our projects. I haven't started mine yet. I do have the live edge wood, like Patrick was saying, and I have a design for it. In fact, one of the designs that I made here, but I haven't tested it yet on a laser. So not on this type. I think it's, Patrick, was it oak? I believe it was oak.
Walnut.
Walnut. Okay. So
yeah,
live edge walnut. Yeah.
Mine's white oak. That's the big thing on mine.
Here, it's this, and it was from
Live Edge Woods.
Is that what it's called? Live Edge Woods?
Yeah.
It's a nice live edge piece of walnut, beautifully sanded. Rich has a video on the supplier on his channel, so check that out. You'll see the guy that makes these. These are sanded in a barrel, aren't they? Like a turned in a sand barrel or something like that.
I don't remember exactly, but it's all local supplied wood. So local to him, which I think he was in Illinois or Michigan, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, all his stuff looked really good. I need to look that up.
Yeah, Live Edge Woods. I think it was Michigan. So we've got a bunch of people with 114 people with us already. And I'm just going to run through some of these, put them up on the screen. We appreciate you being here, and we're going to acknowledge your comment on the screen.
Welcome, everyone. I just hit 6,000 subscribers yesterday, finally, on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Can we put my project up for a second? I was going to talk a little bit about that while it's burning.
Wait a minute.
So if anybody, this is a 22-inch round. It's a whiskey barrel top from, let me get, Wisconsin Barrel Company. Not a sponsor, but I've been back and forth with the guy from there talking about this, and it turned out. Sanding it down and getting it all glued together so it's solid and everything was pretty decent. I was looking for a 22-inch round piece of hardwood for a sign for somebody for their coffee cart. And they're $200, $300, some of them, you know, and then any of the local places around here, they just want to sell the lumber. You have to build it yourself. And I don't have the tooling for that. So these were very, very reasonable. They're solid hardwood, and they're going to hold up to being hung outside on a cart. So if anybody's looking for big round signs like this, consider looking at some whiskey companies that do these. These have probably been on 2 different barrels, and then they take them off and redo them. So the backside is charred. It's all burned, so it's got that black char on it. And it wasn't very thick, so I was able to sand it down smooth so I could put a clear coat on it. Still black, just not chunky.
I think one of the things that I noticed about hardwoods is that you have to sand them first before you engrave them, and they come out much, much better.
This has had 9 different sanding operations on it to get to this point.
I was going to do, just
thank you, V.
Time lapse video of a barrel top that I did. When I got that thing in from the seller, I ordered one that wasn't put together, so it was just in pieces. So I had to put it together and then sand it and do all that crap. And it's actually featured in every video since they received it on the Bourbon Country Reacts YouTube channel. It's always in the background on their videos.
Oh,
that's cool.
Let's see. Junk Journal Shop says he needs some help. New to lasers, got a WeCreate 20 diode about 6 weeks ago. Haven't seen many cut and engraves on EVA foam with a die. I don't know about EVA. The foam boards that I get, just they say laser safe. So I don't know about that specific foam board. I don't think any of us does.
I would think with anything like that that's going to produce weird smoke, you're going to have a good exhaust system no matter what. So that's first and foremost. Get that stuff pulled right out of the building.
So Junk Journal Shop is saying that Laser Engraving 911 uses EVA foam. Yeah, and now that he says that, I do remember him saying that he does. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go back to my light burn here real quickly. And I'm going to actually just get this job started. So I've already got a template, toolpath set up with the size of this wood. And we only got one piece of this, so I didn't want to try any settings on it. But I will, let me turn the laser on.
All right, I'm going to start my hammers on the Lasermatic. So here we go. Let me start it and I'll minimize light burn and then the flickering should go away. Ah, the camera tab's up. Let me close that and see if that fixes it. Probably won't.
And it looks like I moved something. Oh, I see. I don't have it exactly in the right spot on the template. I thought I had it in the center and I don't. I think I'm gonna stop this real quick and start it over. So I'll just try and move it up to the right spot. Hopefully that'll work. Let's see. It looks like the engrave setting is right. I just messed up positioning it in light burn. Oh well.
All righty, here comes number 3.
And I forgot to turn on my fume extraction, and now it's also.
Oh, me too. There we go. That's better. I'm glad you said that, Patrick.
I had a 3D printer one time on my desk, and I was filming it, and I was vaping, and I'm watching the camera on my screen as I exhaled from my vape, and it's like I thought I had a fire. Kind of freaked me out for a minute.
Yeah, that's almost, I could have gone a little bit higher, but this is the only piece that I've got. And I think what I did was I measured the size of the edge as well as the lighter wood. So user error.
Hey, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
A CO2 fiber, what all can you do that a regular fiber laser like mine or Jeremy's can't do? What type of materials?
You mean like the CO2 galvo?
Or CO2 galvo, yes.
It'll do anything that just a regular CO2 gantry can do, any materials.
Raul is asking, how can you verify the beam path hits the center of the third mirror and the laser head lens? Well, you need to do pulse tests. I use notes.
American Photonics makes a reverse alignment tool that is a lifesaver. You put it in the nozzle and it shoots backwards up through the nozzle, hits the third mirror and goes back to the second mirror. And you'll be able to make sure that the third mirror is perfectly in line.
Yeah, actually the third mirror is where it comes out through the nozzle. So if you put a piece of tape over the bottom of the nozzle and then do a pulse test, that'll tell if it's not, when you put the tape on, press it really hard so that it makes an indent of the little circle, and then pulse test it at, a low percentage. And then when you pull the tape off, if it's in the middle of that circle, mirror 3 doesn't need any adjustment. If it's not in the middle of the circle, then you have to adjust it.
It's with the reverse alignment tool. It's basically a bore sighter that has the basically laser pointer that shoots in reverse back up through and then hits the mirror and goes on to mirror 2 and mirror 3. And for me, they're a lifesaver because it just puts you spot on. You don't have to do your pulse test. It's just easy.
Hello, Nebraska.
For mirror 3, you do need to do the pulse test stuff.
Not with the reverse alignment tool.
No.
Nope, not at all.
All these files that I'm engraving on the fiber today come from laser-pix.com. They were free files off of laser-pix.com. And I said that so when I forget it, I can watch its live stream someday to remember where to go.
Sharon is asking, what is the inch at the bottom of the laser, the cuts and layers tab? I don't know if I ever. Wait, let me read that comment again. What material inch 00 at the bottom of the cuts and layers tab does and how to use it? I don't know that I know what I don't even see that on mine. Speed, power, layer, color, pass count. You guys see it on yours? I don't see that at the bottom of my cuts and layers tab. Do you guys know what that is?
Just a second. Sorry, I was getting the link for that reverse alignment tool. You can check that out. Okay, what was the question again? And what the material IN 00 at the bottom of
No, I don't have that on my cuts and layers tab. Oh, interval millimeters. Let me see if I switch to inches. No.
Are you talking about the Z offset? Like if you have your motorized Z enabled?
Yeah. Yeah, she must be talking about the Z offset.
Because if the motorized Z is enabled, you will have bottom right.
Robert says he made my Mother's Day file for his mom on Mother's Day and she loved it. Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, to clarify, what laser are you guys using where you see it? Do you have it set in line or fill mode?
Yeah. Warrior Woman Woodcraft says she loves the whiskey barrel top. Edward is saying, does anyone have USMC emblems? I do. I'm not sure where they're posted. Let me see. I have a library. Laser shop. Let me take a look and see. Lightburn Art. USM. USMC. I think it's on my forum. Yeah, I don't see it here. Pretty sure it's on my forum, lahobbyguy.com. Click on the forums, and if you're a member, the first topic you'll see there are files and downloads. Go into there, and it's in there somewhere. Hey, Dale, better late than never. All right, Danny, you're welcome. V is asking settings for stainless steel. Well, V, it depends on what laser that you've got. And the best thing to always do is run a material test to find, okay, MK2 1030. All right. So on the 1030, you have to change your, in the console, type $28 equals 1000 and press enter. And that'll change it to a different frequency for metals. And then you'd have to run a material test from there. So I can tell you that I don't have the stainless steel settings. Let me take a look really quickly and see. Wow. Let's see. Library.
Got some leprechauns here. Some wee little people.
Nothing is working for me today. Here we go. Metal. Okay, 30 on the 30 watts. On metals, I run at 3000 speed and 90% power on the 30 watt Mark II. 3000 speed and 90% power, but that was General Metals, not necessarily stainless steel. So I guess you can use that as some sort of starting point. You know, if the jig table is available, if you go to rollyautomation.com, you'll if it's available, you'll see it there. So I think under accessories, they sell out pretty quickly. So, and they make them in small batches. Oh, we're glad you're here, Michael. Welcome. Yeah, I'm actually an expert at making mistakes. So I don't think anyone's better than me. Yes, I'm also in version. The version of Lightburn doesn't matter.
Somebody said something about mistakes. Watch my video from today. I got a doozy in that one.
I love mistakes.
She's Warrior Woman is saying not a Z offset, and she'll check that out. I don't see it on mine. Greg Wilson, Nature Photography. Greg saying that I making my first leather business card case from my own design, along with you on my Lasermatic Mark II 20 watt. Great.
Cool.
Can do the laser really quickly. Michael Collins says, I have lots of USMC. I don't know how you can share that on the live stream. Jim is saying, looking for some guidelines. Do you recommend using air assist with everything or just when cutting? Also, when would you not use air assist? I don't think there's ever a time where I wouldn't use air assist. I don't want my lens to get dirty and get a halo and cracking.
Yep.
All right, Rich, I'm going to start my live edge. I'm going to guess that it goes a little faster than yours.
I just took a guess at the settings from my library, so. What are you doing? You doing it on the fiber?
CO2 Galvo.
Oh, I was wondering. I look like the fiber background there. I was going to say it's not going to work. Oh yeah, well, CO2 Galvo.
The Swan, $20, Rich.
Okay, I'll get to it. Carl is saying you can find all the service emblems online. Yeah, you can.
Go to Wikipedia; they'll have SVGs.
This live edge wood was cured by the company that sold it, so I'm not sure how they cure it.
Put a link in the chat to that company.
Yeah, USMC is copyright, but if you're making something for yourself, that's not going to be a problem at all. Jeremy is new, John, to diode lasers. And typically I don't use flood fill.
That's why I'm not using it, because I was advised on it. Well, here's the other thing. EJ Moon just asked me what brand and power of the laser I'm using. It's the Falcon 2 22/40 watt. And there's, what do you call them? Eccentric nuts.
Yeah.
And when I have very fast movements on mine, a lot, it loosens up. I have to tighten it down every other day. And I just found out how to fix that, hopefully. So, but I didn't know about that. So that's why I'm running it the way I'm running it right now. So it's a little slower and it doesn't loosen up on the job.
Hey, Dimitri. Dimitri is saying that he ran some stainless steel with the 30-watt module. If you go over to the Rolly Automation Facebook group, he posted the results. He got quite a few different colors on stainless steel. I think it was yesterday he posted up.
Was she looking for color or just regular engraving?
I don't know.
I think
I've got the video on my channel that has the settings for engraving the stainless steel.
I think that's what she said.
Hey, V, thank you so much for that $20 donation. Much appreciated.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I have a video on marking. It actually engraves it, but you could speed it up and probably get mark.
I didn't see Dimitri in here. Hello to Dimitri.
Yes, hello, Dimitri.
So right now, my project is running the line after fill. And if you're curious of how long this took, it is 18 minutes according to Lightburn, 55 seconds.
I have 17 minutes left. I started it at 7:02 this evening.
So yeah, I do have the new riser base and vertical extensions is still in the box. Putting a new exhaust 4-inch PVC 45 degree with glass gates. Should it be above the laser, same level, or below, or it doesn't matter? If it's the same level, the more important thing is the hose that you're using. So typically most people use the collapsible hoses, and that gives you the most resistance. And if you can use PVC pipe or tin, that's the best thing. The less amount of turns, the better.
You might want to see how much smoke a CO2 galvo makes. So you got to have a pretty strong fume extraction.
Yeah.
The smoke out of there.
I have a unique blast gate setup that I've been working on for my situation too.
Watch your video on Lightburn Art Library, but it will not save new folders. You have to click the button that says new and then name it, and then it saves the new folder.
Rich, my fire blankets came in.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that is a new requirement here where I live for fire blankets. Can you show us some options for hold downs on MK other than magnets? You can go to my store, engravingcutfiles.com, and there are some free ones there. that you can cut yourself. Awesome. Congratulations, Edward. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dave. I know I've got them there. I do have another USMC file. Must be a Lightburn file, though.
Looking good.
Who is Patrick in the upper right corner? That's Patrick. Ah, look at that. I'm finally finished. Get that off the laser. Let me see what Lightburn said. Final time. Console, 19 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay.
So here's the fire blanket that I have. That way, if there's a fire, then you can just take this blanket out, throw it over the fire, and it will suffocate the flames and hopefully put the fire out. But Rich said it's required in his area, and I thought, well, this would be a good idea to have at the stovetop, when you're cooking or your grill or your laser. But yeah, just pass that along. That's good information. They're not too expensive on Amazon.
Hello, Kate.
Okay, well, this did not come out so bad. So here is the final result.
Oh, it looks nice. They get some depth on it. You can.
That looks really good.
Yeah,
nice.
I intentionally wanted to get the depth on there. What I ran this at was, let's see, 22,500 millimeters per minute, 95% power. And then I did a line afterfill, a sublayer at 6,055. So that is the final result. If you don't look at the mistake I made down there, and there you can see different colors burn differently. So I knew this would probably work. And that came out pretty good, except for that mistake on the bottom.
Love it.
And man, that went really deep into the bottom. Holy cow. That went super deep. Typically, I would do the outside, the box on the outside on a separate layer, but I decided not to do that on this one, so it all looked similar. And I would do that like in an offset fill. I don't know why I decided not to do it, but I decided not to. Oh, well, because I would have had to ungroup it and blah, blah, blah. So just lazy. And it was a last minute setup. So I just used the settings that I had in my Lightburn library. I click the new folder, it makes the folder, and the project goes into it, but it's not there after closing Lightburn. Well, do you have a specific place? I mean, I don't know how to answer that because I never have these kind of problems. It makes the folder and the project goes into it, but it's not there after closing Lightburn. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've never had it not work. Let's put it that way. You must be doing something different. Thank you, V. I bought a bunch of them, not that small, from Vever, heavy enough to hang like a curtain around. I guess he's talking about the fire blanket, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys have CO2 or ABC? I have CO2 in the shop. They're expensive, but
I have one of each.
Yeah. The one in the shop next door, no, that's CO2 too. Yeah. So how do you figure out what the line after fill would be? I usually just cut it. I do most line after fills at 6,000, and then depending on the type of wood, that's how I set the power. So like on plywood, I'd probably set it at 70 or 75%. On this particular wood, you know, I set it different. So it depends on what the material is.
Rich, that's my go-to is 6,060. But 6,000 speed is my go-to, and then 60% power depending on wood. So we're right in the same spot.
Yep. What is the preferred software for making YouTube videos?
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve is the same software that Hollywood uses, and they pay $250,000, $300,000 for it. But they also have the networking feature where a bunch of people can work on a video at the same time. You can get it for free without some of the features, or you can get the paid version, which is a couple $100 for a single user. And it is absolutely the best software for making YouTube videos. Hardware for audio is a condenser mic. So right now I'm on a Rode shotgun mic in here. I have a condenser mic in the other in the office area. Patrick, that burn looks awesome. Love the smoke.
Yep, I just switched the camera angle there.
What is the laser running in the bottom right? I don't know. Let me get this back. That
LTM 60-watt fiber laser.
It's a 60-watt JPT MOPA fiber laser.
Yeah. I love it.
Looks like your framing is off there, Jerry.
Yeah, I loaded the next picture. I got to go adjust it. I'm just saving myself from walking back and forth.
Oh. Yeah,
I ran the job on that live edge a second time because I wanted it deeper. So that's why it's taken a little bit longer.
So make sure it saves it in the correct folder. I've lost some because the directory is off. You haven't really lost any. If you go to Windows Explorer and you type in the search up at the top, *.lbart, and then hit search, it'll find them in every single folder that you've got. And then if they're not in the right folders, you can copy the ones that aren't in the right folders, select them one at a time using the control key, and then right click on it and say cut, and then go to the folder where they should be, and then right click in there and say paste. You never really lose these. You may lose track of where they are, but they're on your computer somewhere. Joe just got his new Lasermatic 30. Congratulations. Connected to my computer. For some reason, it reset my light burn to 1.3 when I was the Lasermatic control board has no way of resetting light burn. So all you have to do, Joe, go to your downloads folder, and you'll probably see the version 1.6 or whatever the last version is that you downloaded, and just double click on that and redo the install, and you'll be back up to date. No laser has control of the version of Lightburn that you're using. So that's the easiest thing to do. If you don't have it in your downloads, if you clean out your download folder like I do, then you can just go to lightburnsoftware.com and re-download the latest version there. Peter, I just booked him up. Thank you, Peter. If
now
you buy one of their black, okay, good.
Line after fill right now. Sorry.
All right. So if you get one of their Blackmagic cameras, which is made by DaVinci Resolve, you get the full version for free. But be warned, their cameras are very
full screen.
expensive. Yeah.
Jeremy, you should Patrick, you should full screen what you're doing and use that in your video intro. All that smoke burning off of it would be a good clip for your video intro.
Talking about the video intro. Warrior Woman Woodcraft says she loves the AI music compilation. What software did you use? Suno, I think it was. Dimitri is saying to Joe, you probably are running 2 Lightburn programs at the same time. I know you can have new instances. I didn't know you could have 2 versions. That shouldn't happen. Jim says Amazon has 2 of the fire blankets on sale for $6.99 right now.
There,
if you don't
bring that a second time to get some depth in there.
Came out nice. So if you don't have fire blankets, I would suggest that you get them. I mean, I don't know what the code is in your area, but should you have a fire and it burns something down and they find that let's say that is part of your local code, the insurance company might not want to pay on that because you didn't have the proper safety equipment. No, Frank, it doesn't. So the Lightburn version that you're using is the G-code version, and you need to upgrade to the DSP version, and that will do both diode and CO2. Help, Louisiana, and everyone in this chat. Oh, thank you.
Yep. I forgot to change my speed for cutting because I switched to 6mm plywood and I'm running it too fast. So I'm gonna have to run it again.
Another mistake.
Yep. Fixable though.
Does anyone have an issue with updating Lightburn and losing your material and art library? I know how to get it back, but it'd be a pain. Yeah, I've had that happen once or twice. So probably about half the time that I update, I lose those, but it's just a matter of clicking window art library and loading the cut library that you had before.
Thanks, V.
Safety third. Okay, I needed it for the fiber, so the DSP does both. I knew I needed it for the fiber, so the DSP does both. Yeah. So G-code is just for diode. DSP is diode and CO2, and then the top of the line does everything except for CO2 Galvo, I think. Yeah, CO2 Galvo is in between the top 2.
Gary, you did a good job adjusting your timings because your pictures are looking great.
Yep.
Yeah, I could have got my timing better, but after I followed Gio's video, Maker Theory, they came out really good. So I'm like, okay, I'm calling this good. Yeah. And it's a Haltian 60-watt JPT fiber laser.
It's a JPT MOPA.
Yep. And if you contact Pascal Lou, tell him Jerry from 3DHP referred you, he'll give you an awesome deal.
All right. Let's see. We got 40 more minutes to go. Maybe I'll run another project.
Let's see how this color dragon comes out.
Yeah, if we got time, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch over to the fiber laser and probably mark this saw blade I have.
I have some bamboo business card size logos that I've never tried on before. At least not these little thin ones. I think I'm gonna try one of those.
Looks good, Jeremy.
Yeah, I my microphone stops working if I take myself off and put that on. So hope you can hear me now.
Yep, I can hear you.
Cool. But yeah, it's done. 2 hours and 13 minutes. I'm not taking it off there because I might have to run a 45-degree angle over that. Looks like some of the grains kind of pitted a little bit, so I'm going to try to see if I can smooth it out. I'll go look at it in a second here, but yeah,
really nice.
I like it.
How are you going to finish it?
I don't know yet. I've heard to oil them, but I got to figure out what's going to be the best for outside. I actually want to use something that's going to be UV resistant because it's going to be hanging outside. So I don't know if I'm going to oil it.
Hello, Tyler and Tripod. How you guys doing today?
Used the oh geez, can't remember anything.
Is that triple thick going to be all right for that?
Yes, the triple thick. That's what I was trying to think of.
That's what I was thinking. I have that, and I was going to do a couple base coats of satin just to get it to soak in, and then do the triple thick over top of it.
Check out this piece of curled maple.
Nice.
My wife found a local supplier and went over and picked this up, and he cut it, planed it, made it look pretty right with her watching. So it was pretty cool that I'm going to have a local supplier that has all kinds of fancy wood and live edge. Yeah, looks nice. I got to do this tomorrow for a project to send out on Monday.
Hey, Tyler snuck in.
What's up, Tyler? Hey, Tripod. Come on, Lasermatic, you can do it. It's almost there.
I had to rip the bottom of my box off of my enclosure in the front to slide that big 22-inch round on top of my honeycomb underneath the rails of my laser to get that to fit in there so I could get it. And that is a 15-inch by 15-inch engraving on that. And in millimeters, it is 379. So basically 380 by 370. What it ended up being. And I don't think I could go any bigger than that because of the overscan. It would hit things. So I'm pretty much maxed it out.
Which I think it's the largest focal stick ever for this fiber laser project.
I think it's funny how a certain company told me my timing has nothing to do with my engravings. Because when Patrick turned his off, it was like mine. It was all black. So once I watched Maker Theory's video, Geo, and I got it really close, like, wow, look at the results. I'm just shocked. I'm amazed. I'm in awe, I guess you'd say.
Patrick, do you have a link for those wood slabs anywhere?
Not yet. I'm going to go make friends with this dude. And then hopefully when he has his, he's getting his website set up now. Hopefully he can have some discount codes for folks and help support him. And that'd just be really cool to help out a local guy.
Well, that's a cool dragon. Yeah, Patrick's not the only one that needs a sawmill.
Oh my gosh, I've got so much. Well, I live on 55 acres. I have so much lumber. I've got all kinds of big walnut logs. I could definitely use a sawmill. Yeah. Right now, I just have one of the little Alaskan chainsaw sawmills.
I think that's ideal. What Dave has, Blackjack.
Yeah, wood misers, they're good stuff. I almost bought one a couple years ago.
I need a planer too to plane all these damn logs. I built a router sled so I can level everything off with the router, but the planer would be so much nicer.
Yeah, I used to flatten logs and cut boards and stuff down in beams with an Alaskan sawmill with my, I don't know, 4-foot long bar on my chainsaw. That was a lot of work.
I have a planer and also a drum sander. So I used to get pallet wood, and sometimes you can get some really great pallet wood. And I had a pallet buster, which is just like a little steel bar with a hook on the end, and also have a metal detector. And it's like the ones where they scan people going into a bar or something like that, the handheld type. And I would find all the nails, and then for my compressor, I had a reverse nail gun. So it has a hole in the tip, and you stick that in the back part of the nail, and
those are so cool.
Yeah, it blows them right out the other side. I just put it above a bucket.
Yep, I throw a blanket in the bottom of a barrel and shoot them down into there so they don't bounce back and hit me. That's a big stick, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gotta go. Where is it? And carry a big stick.
Is that little Timmy's crutch?
It's going on. It would be. Yeah, it's got to go on this lens right here.
That's what it looks like.
Hey, welcome, Nipa.
These days, it'll get there. Be one of those 2 weeks later GIFs up there.
Yes, Steve, they are inverted.
Yep.
Oh, there's a guy I was just talking about. So Clack has a sawmill on his property over there. In fact, he just did a video with Venturi, who went there for a visit in person, and he put him to work on the sawmill.
That was a very cool video. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And all his bees and everything he has. Come to Vegas to my house, and you got desert, and that's it. It's nothing beautiful about where I live.
So I did have to slow the speed on this one a little bit because of the overscanning, and I lowered the overscanning a little bit on this. You know, it's so small; it's 50 by 90 millimeters, and if you're not careful with your overscanning, your laser will hit the hard stop and stop in the middle of the job. So always preview and make sure that you're within that green line if you're going to be in any of the corners when you're engraving.
Ball peen hammer.
Here's the ball peen hammer. And then here is
I like that.
the second layer that will go right here.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Use walnut plywood, and it'll be like dark, like steel.
Yeah, you can tell I shaded that with a laser.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you guys don't know about laser shading, just do a high speed and low power, and just a filled, area, and run that over your wood. You can change the color of the wood before you engrave it.
This one to focus on my face here. Okay, here's the claw hammer, and second layer for the claw hammer. It's also shaded with the laser.
Yeah, I was working on a big wrench that was something similar to that, but I abandoned it for what I did today on my video.
So mine is getting to the line after fill right now, just to give it a little more definition. And I've never done. Okay, so that's finished. I've never done these bamboo business card sizes before. but I should be expecting some different shading going on here. Let's see. So this is how it came out.
Cool.
Not too shabby.
That was bamboo?
Yeah, it's bamboo.
Nice.
Very cool.
And I think I just realized something, that I did a cleaning video on the Mark II today, at a monthly cleaning, a deep cleaning, and I made a video that I'll be posting next week. If any of you have the Mark II, I know a lot of you do, and I think I may have not put the honeycomb in properly. It's off just a little bit.
The program for the audio that we use, the songs, is called Suno, Suno. Here, I'll just put a link down there.
Yep, that's what it was. It's in the wrong spot. Yeah, I have so many of these different AI things now. I don't know which is which.
Yeah, I just asked Patrick about a file I've been wanting from him for quite a while, and once he told me where he got it, it's like, oh yeah, I had that bookmarked. I forgot about that place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really appreciate it because I just love that picture.
Kathy is saying this past week I did my first oversized engraving using print and cut and light burn. I really like that feature. Project turned out great, and the customer loved it. Print and cut is probably one of the best features that Lightburn has. And if you're going to do something oversized with your pass-throughs like the Lasermatic, it has the largest pass-throughs in the diode lasers at 17 inches wide by an inch tall. So you could even do, full 1 inch wood from the big box store, which is really 3/4. But yeah, it's a great feature if you're going to do something like a porch sign or something like that.
I need to figure out how to use that on a countertop without leaving those lineup marks.
Without leaving the lineup marks?
Yeah.
Well, you can tape a small piece of wood like this to the top of the countertop and use that for your positioning.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I got to figure all that out because I think I got a couple countertop jobs coming up that.
You guys mind if I plug my YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay.
Too much overscan will also slow the job down further than it needs to be. Not really. The amount of overscanning that it's doing is, minimal. I mean, if you're talking about that job that I just did, it maybe slowed it down by 30 or 40 seconds. But not enough overscan, and you won't get clear engraving on the edges. So on the Lasermatic, you're looking at 4% is usually the lowest that I want to go on that. That's also recommended by Rolly Automation.
If everybody watching thinks these fiber laser pictures that I'm doing are really awesome, please go subscribe to me on YouTube. It's free to do so, and I'd love you for it. Appreciate it. I just hit 6,000 subscribers yesterday.
That's Jerry's address on the bottom of the screen there.
Yep. I just broke 400 subscribers yesterday, so that's cool. I'm still like the newbie.
Promote.
Yeah, John, there's nothing like that nothing like Suno for shorts. I just launched shorts like a week and a half ago, and they seem to be really popular. So I'm going to keep using that program for it.
I've turned video upright in DaVinci Resolve, and it wouldn't post as a short. I usually have to send it from my phone and then tag it as a short. But yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Well, YouTube now has changed what they're doing for AI generated content. So there's a few hoops to jump through if your video and your audio and everything else is made from AI.
Only if it's created. When you're creating your own video, you're okay.
Right. Yeah. That's what I said. If the video and the audio, like if you just put like a music video from Suno up there and it has like video, it'll flag it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nancy.
Brandon is asking where you get your pictures from, Jerry.
My pictures all came from laser-pics.com. They have paid and free files. These are all free files that I'm working with. I didn't process them. I simply downloaded them, dropped them into Lightburn, and I'm running them. And if you got the proper settings, which took me forever to get on a fiber laser, they'll come out like this. I'm just so happy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so he is using the metal business cards. I think they're the 0.4 ones.
Yeah, they're the real thick ones that Patrick referred me to. My video I just released the other day, I got a link in the description where you can get them on Amazon. They're thick, they're heavy-duty metal, and you could actually use them as a weapon. They're so thick if you needed to.
Thanks for stopping in, Dimitri. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Dimitri. Have a good evening.
Hey, Pop-Up. Glad to see you can make it. Thank you, Clayton. He appreciates that.
All right, here we go.
Well, anything helps, V. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see this saw blade thing going off here. I have one here in the shop, and I just got up and looked for it for a minute, and I can't find where I put it. I was going to try it tonight too, but I got a mess. Everything's moving around because of next weekend.
All right, and let's see. It's hard to see the scale of that saw blade. I'm going to measure it. My graphic itself total measures 319 millimeters. So it's over a foot just for the engraving.
Here's an Amazon affiliate link for the business cards I'm using.
My YouTube channel is HTL Customs.
Turn on some more light.
What lens is that, Patrick?
400 millimeter. But it's a 120 watt laser.
Oh no, where did it go?
120 watt MOPA JPT.
Pop-Up was speeding to get back for the live stream.
Yes, those business cards are compatible with a diode laser. I have engraved them with the Lasermatic.
Oh yeah, they come out great on the Lasermatic. Come out great on any laser, really.
I don't understand why my ATEM is flickering and I don't even have light burn up and don't have the camera up.
That's got to be something in your computer, Patrick, because you've switched ATEMs, switched versions of Lightburn. You've done everything that could affect that. It's got to be something in your computer.
Yeah.
I haven't checked my subscribers lately. I don't know. Probably growing slowly.
Ernie just subscribed to you, Jeremy.
Yeah, I saw another one just pop in.
Thank you, everyone. If we don't catch it, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not getting in. Well, I haven't put out as many videos because I just haven't had time, and or I've been sick, or something else has been going on. Don't have any this month as I did last month.
Yeah, pop up. Most people do the circular saw blades. This is something unusual.
I have. I went to the flea market today and came home with 5 hand saws. I have the handle out in the outside in the shop. I put a coat of paint on it. When I have the hardware, I polished it up with the polisher. But 5 hand saws and like 4 or 5 saw blades, and paid $1 each for them.
Yeah. That's a good idea. When do you wear the laser protective eyewear? All the time. Whenever the laser's running, you should be wearing it. I don't wear it because that one's completely enclosed and it's behind me. So, but circular saw blades for clocks. Yeah, John, that's how I've seen it most of the time. Or, just as like a shop sign.
Yeah, check the LMR channel community tab. There's a picture of a saw blade I did. And had like 4 different shades with the laser.
Thank you, Warrior Woman. We're glad to have you.
Thank you very much. That's awesome. I like words of encouragement.
Habitat for Humanity saws dirt cheap. Yeah, I guess.
This will be cool to engrave when I get it cleaned up.
Oh, yeah.
Herbert is saying he had a flickering problem, and it turned out to be the mouse.
Mouse?
Yeah. It's a possibility. It could be any USB issue.
My mouse is Bluetooth.
Oh. Well, I don't know if that's the camera or this looks like it's different shades of gray.
It's the 50 lighting angle, but it's going to run a second pass and it'll be darkened up.
Did you?
That looks different now.
Did you do a clean pass on that first, or is that just straight from where it came from? Patrick?
No, I did not do a clean pass.
Okay.
Sanded the rust off of it, and then ran it through the polishing wheel just to give it a little bit of shine, and then that's good.
Cool.
I just got this in the mail. This is the Z extension kit.
Oh, nice.
It's heavy as hell. For the Lasermatic. And I should be able to do 30-ounce tumblers with that easily, with no problem.
It's going to need another pass over top of this after it cleans all that crap off.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if you did a clean pass on all the letters and then did your coloring.
Nah, I want it to look kind of
old and antique.
Not perfect.
Gotcha.
So while that's running, I'll show you what I've been up to. Get this off the screen. For those of you that haven't watched my channel, I did a new game called Coin Drop. And inside this box, this is the travel box or the storage box. I've got the game. And those are all the coins on the side there. And it's like cornhole, except it's tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is right there. So that's one of the things that I've been doing. And then another thing, I think maybe this video gets launched tomorrow, or I don't know if it's public yet or not. I didn't look at my schedule, but here's another thing. This is a dream catcher that I designed from scratch. It's got saying all the way around. And this was on 1.5 millimeter basswood that I got from Craft Closet that was already painted and moves really well in the breeze. And just some other personal stuff is what I've been up to the last 2 weeks or so, other than that blood number 3 of the year, or 4, whatever it is.
I'd like to show how all these came out.
I can't believe you got flooded again.
Yeah. About 2 or 3 inches of water.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Looking really good, Jerry.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Mike, I'm excited to get it assembled and put on.
High gloss black business card, really think and pop. Looks like a photograph.
John is saying that he loves the Coinhole game, made the box, and so far the customers love them. Good for you. I think it'd be a big seller. If you're interested in getting the Coinhole game, Coin Drop game now, I changed it to, is at engravingcutfiles.com.
Oh, I like that one.
Amazing. Yeah, it's like I say, it's one of the free files over on laser-pix.com. Thank you.
And if you guys are wondering where you can get free files from, there is on my forum, lahobbyguy.com. You'll see under diode laser category, there's probably 5 pages, or so of different places where you can get free files. I mean, just website after website after website.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that.
I unplugged the camera and then it's fine. I don't know why I done that.
Another flickering
thanks, John.
problem.
Thank you, Tyler. Also, I got asked what I was up to last week when we got on our little our surprise frequency live, and I have that filled right now with. Let me get them out.
I'll do more of these and I'll make another video on all these ones I did today. I had my Canon camera set up and they're filming each one of them, so hopefully they'll come out good.
These are our passive air fresheners for cars.
Yeah, those are cool.
So I have 23 designs now.
Wow.
Cute little frog. They go right on the vent. Little thin blue line Punisher.
Thanks, Tripod.
I got a couple of different butterflies. I got a guitar. I got turtles and frogs, and this is probably one of my favorite ones. The deer with the crosshairs around it.
That is nice. I like that.
And this one. This one right here, probably one of the most intricate ones that I've cut so far.
Very nice.
Trout.
Love the fish. Yeah.
You just take your essential oils or whatever and drip them into the holes into the raw wood in the back, and then you're not breathing in all them carcinogens. And man, I had a little show last weekend, and we sold a lot of them. So
very cool.
So Eric says, what is the least expensive fiber laser you would actually recommend to a newbie? I wouldn't recommend any least expensive one. I wouldn't anyway.
I would recommend at least a 50 or 60 watt. Brand isn't really going to matter too much, but don't sell yourself short on power.
Yeah.
And you can do 90% of the stuff that I do with a 50 or 60 watt.
Yeah. So the little cheap 14, 15, 1600, the comm maker, all that stuff, those are all inadequate.
You get a 20 watt and then you decide you want to do a coin, you're going to be severely disappointed.
Yeah.
Herbert. You're welcome, Herbert. No problem.
I just dropped my website link down there, and I have all these separated out into groupings. So if you don't want a certain one, you don't have to buy all of them to get them. I got like 4 different groupings of them. If anybody's interested, support the channel, support what I do. Be perfect. Appreciate it.
Bob, there's not much into setting up the Laser Master 3. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to give you that help on a live stream. But if you follow the instructions that came with it,
no,
it should be no problem.
And all those pictures I did,
you get different lenses too with it. Yeah, so that's
Laserpix.com is right there, guys. They have paid for and free files. All the ones that you've seen today were free files that I dropped in Lightburn and engraved.
Yes, exactly right, Dwight. the power is Dwight.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's why, honestly, between the 4 of us, well, Patrick's got more powerful fibers than the rest of us, but the 60 watt MOPA, I mean, that's the perfect starter fiber laser. You can do anything and everything with it.
Yep, absolutely.
9 times out of 10, I use probably more like
welcome, Nipa.
19 out of 20 times I use the 60 watt.
Yep.
Awesome, Steve. He changed it as gift box for Mother's Day with engravings of flowers. Cool. Yeah. So if you buy that coin drop game, feel free to customize it, even with your own business name.
Tripod. What channel are you watching the stream on? Tyler's one saying that I tell him I hold him, probably helped him to get his new domain set up.
Yeah, that happens a lot when you're multi-streaming, and I see you keep talking to a certain person, so I have to jump to the other stream to see what they're talking.
I'm not sure if I understand the question, but I think it's Tripod's Garage on YouTube.
I now have a 20 watt fiber, 50 watt fiber, 60 watt, 80 watt, 120 watt. And I use the 60 most of the time.
John has a 100 watt MOPA and 220 watt fiber. Yeah, I have a 20 watt too. Whatever. I have a 20 watt fiber laser, and it does certain things well. It does business cards well, things like that, but just takes so long. Frank says he bought cotton zippered hoodies and engraved his company logo on the back with the laser for Mother's Day. Yeah, the thing is with that, I found anyway, when I try doing fabrics, when you wash it, the engraving goes away. So
now, is that better to use the UV laser for that?
I did it with a diode.
Right, but for it to last longer, there's a lot of people on YouTube doing it on the UV laser. like jeans
Yeah,
and t-shirts.
I think like Levi's and they use big CO2 galvos to mark their jeans.
Do they?
At least the
get
last
them
I
faded.
researched. Yeah, to do some of the stone washing and all the prints, patterns, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was around.
I did t-shirts on the 80 watt CO2, and it did the same thing. And after the wash, you couldn't see the engraving very well anymore.
Before I done my timing on my 60 watt, and all you guys were doing Chucky with me when I sent you the file. For the viewers who don't know, here's how Chucky was coming out before I got it dialed in. And once I fixed my timing, you've seen the results. So night and day.
See you, Dwight. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. You thought you were going to have to get a new laser.
Well, I knew something was wrong. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, Frank, that's what a lot of people say, is that they're just taking off the die. But I never had any success.
Oh, wow.
Happened to stumble upon your YouTube channel 2 years ago, and I pulled the trigger. I'll get there, guys. I'll get there, guys.
Yeah, I know you.
And purchased my first diode laser. Then a couple of months later, I purchased a CO2. That's pretty much how it goes. You know, you just go up and up and up with the different lasers. And now what you guys are on knowing of. Thank you, Eric. Valley Forged is the YouTube channel for Eric. He does a lot of videos, and he does them well. You know, he brings up the websites and talks about the lasers, and he's even been a guest on here before. So thank you so much, Eric, for that donation. We really appreciate that.
I'm going to drop his link here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carl, it's not an air freshener. It's you put a couple of drops of oil. What are they called?
Essential oil.
Essential oil in there.
Put your favorite scent of your essential oil right on the raw wood that's in the back. So the only thing that has any clear coat on it is the face, so that it keeps all the fingerprints off. Then just snaps into your.
Yeah, I prefer 10W30.
Yep. My son uses his beard oil from Squatch. So.
There's sometimes Rem oil. That reminds me of the range. That's good.
I got a can of that right over there.
You're welcome, Keith. Glad to have you aboard.
We got to find that burnt gunpowder smell somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, if you're from Chicago, just walk outside.
Can you recommend a gauge or a good way to judge corner radius sizes like matching metal business and card corners? Well, you can do the radius for the corners in Lightburn. So if you...
Yeah, you can cut your own jigs out if you want to. Just take your radiuses.
Yeah. Jim, I ordered the Mira 5 because of the size, you know, the smaller one. But I was seriously...
Sorry.
I was seriously considering the Mira 9, but it just takes up so much space, so I ordered the Mira 5.
Now we should be about them.
Yeah, a loose oil just it soaks into that wood, and then it doesn't overpower you when the fan blows around it instead of blowing through it. That's why there's no holes in the back. It just blows around it and then gently puts that smell out, so you're not overpowered with it.
This is a great idea.
It was my wife's idea to do it that way.
So as far as the file download for tonight, Patrick and Jeremy are going to send me some of their files right after the live stream, and I'll package those up and put them under the video on thelasermakersrealm.com. So I'll get that post up there, lasermakersrealm.com. Lasermakersrealm.com.
Should I show people what I'm going to be sending you?
Yeah, and I'll get that post up within an hour of this live stream. Oh,
nice.
the charger.
I'll do that one for Father's Day. This is the wireless charger phone stand. They call it wireless, but there's a wire attached. So that's what my video that went out today was about, making this from the prototype that I had a stand out on the front to getting it set in so it was flush, which I like a lot better.
Yeah.
So I'll send that one over and you guys can have that one.
I would pay good money for the fresh cut hay smell.
Oh yeah.
I would like the fresh cut grass smell. John, can you answer this? Did anyone have an issue with the order of operations in Lightburn? The order of operations is going to be in your optimization settings on the laser tab. So if you don't have that set right, and I think 1.6 changed it from the normal settings, you would have a problem with it. But if you go on the laser tab, click optimization settings, and just have all three suggested in the box, and make sure you have cut inner layers first. On below that, turn that on. Yeah, there was some strange behavior when I upgraded to 1.6.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to lasermakersrealm.com. If you go there, and let's say you came here tonight and you've never been there before, there's an email notification there that you can sign up for, so that you'll get an email the day of the live stream or the day before. I've just switched it to day before to see how well that works. So lasermakersrealm.com will have this video replay up about an hour after the stream with the file downloads, and you can click on notify me for the email notifications as well. John says, thank you. The latest update changed it. Okay, good to hear. Sorry to bother you guys on live chat. Looking forward to getting started. We got started 90 minutes ago.
Never a bother. It's why we're here. Ask away.
Yeah. Uh-huh. V had her browser up for 25 hours so she wouldn't miss the live stream.
You can probably see I'm doing an offset so that the outside of the letters have stand out.
Yep. Yeah, that makes it look really good. It's coming out nice.
I'll go back and clean it up and make it look pretty.
I just emailed you that file, Rich.
Thank you. Can you send it in Messenger if you don't mind?
Yeah.
That'd make it easier for me. I'll get both Patrick's and yours. YouTube chat is whacking out, comments disappearing, and wondering if I was hacked. No, I've noticed that myself. In fact, the last live stream for the Clack Shack, I didn't get comments appearing at all. I had to use the pop-out chat. And
that's weird.
Yeah, and I had one or two other live streams where I couldn't get comments at all, even with the pop-out chat. But it seems to have resolved itself for me anyway. So I think they were having some problems with the live chat.
We'll blame it on the sun and solar storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are at a grand solar minimum. Crazy things are happening.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's not time for another pole shift. It's been.
Yeah, that's happening fast right now too.
If it happens, it'll happen all in one day, and we will all be wiped out. It's happened 3 times already in history where the entire planet was wiped out. And I think it was every 3,000 years, like almost perfect timing. And then all of a sudden, we've been here 6,000 years and it hasn't happened yet. So we're due. I think there'd be more of a threat of that than anything else.
Yep.
Of course, you know, the right solar flare, and that can put the half the world out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more concerning, the sun, pole shift, or the Russians.
Oh, you guys talking about if you don't, if the chat didn't pop up, you might be you might be watching on a different channel. So we're broadcasting to 4 channels right now.
Yeah,
so
that could do it.
If he popped in on like my channel or Patrick's channel, and you're tuned into the Laser Makers Realm, then you will not see some of the comments.
And then in StreamYard, they all merge together as one.
EJ is saying, I came in a little late. Could you show the fiber laser when you finish the saw? I think he can show it now.
I can show it now. Let's see, let me adjust one camera here. Then I will.
Is that Betty Boop in here in the background? I think I heard Betty Boop. I heard Betty Boop in the background there on Jerry's. Betty Boop is his wife.
Oil in it and whip the term around.
I heard Betty Boop back there, Jerry.
Yeah, she's in the kitchen heating up some sausage and onions on the stove.
Hey, Rich. Hey, Patrick.
And Jeremy.
Hey.
Hello.
Good afternoon, evening. It's afternoon for you guys.
7 o'clock here in Vegas.
All right, there's the fiber laser I'm using, 400 millimeter lens, so it is way up high.
They're showing that one.
The blue one.
Yes, the blue one. Right here's the bottom. The saw blade. There's the tower.
Yeah, Jim. The scientists are predicting that. Just as a
blue makes it run faster too. Depending on your color, your laser may work. One will work better than other depending on what color it is.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Jim, the scientists are saying that on that polar shift, that when it does happen, it happens all within one day, sometimes within an hour as the temperature change. And that is how that woolly mammoth was found in Siberia, frozen, standing up with food in its mouth.
Wow.
That's the assumption of what happened there, because the woolly mammoth were only around in the equator. It baffled scientists for years.
I remember seeing a sci-fi movie years ago. A military chopper landed. They opened up the door and they froze solid that quick in this sci-fi movie. I don't know how cold it was, but something weird had happened to the planet.
So Tim is asking for you to say again what that fiber laser is.
120.
We can show what I was working on today for some of the people that came in late if we want to.
Let's see, it'd be this one here.
Yeah. So that's a whiskey barrel lid, 22 inches in diameter, that I slid under my Falcon 2, and it's got a 15-inch square engraving on it. I started it at 7, and it got done at 9:15.
And I can show you what I did for those people that are late. I did a live edge wood engraving. I think it was 19 minutes. This is one of my own designs.
Very cool.
And this is done with a pressure pencil on a tablet. So it's a drawing tablet, which it appears is becoming a thing of the past. Each one of those designs took me about 20 minutes to make, and now you can make them in AI in about 20 seconds. So, but I still like to hand draw these things.
It's the Day After Tomorrow movie. Is that the one with John Cusack?
It might have been. I don't remember. It's been too long ago. Where everybody throws salt.
Yeah.
And they're walking along and they fall into the roof of a shopping, what do you call it? Mall. The great big mall throws over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was in Vegas, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that?
Here's a picture of the fiber laser that I've been working with, if I can share it.
John Cusack was an Ice Age or something.
That's the thumbnail, but that's what I'm
2012 or 2012.
You know something nice about turning 60 in 2 weeks? I can rewatch movies from 3 or 4 years ago, and I forgot what they were about, and I can re-enjoy them.
Day After Tomorrow is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Yep. Dennis
Quaid.
Brandon. That's who I was thinking of. It was Dennis Quaid.
Yep. Oh yeah, Brandon. What scientists have pretty much agreed on now is that the polar shift has happened at least 3 times in the past, every 3,000 years. But it's been 6,000 years since the last one. So if it happens again, yeah, all life on Earth will be wiped out, pretty much.
Yeah, 2012 is got John Cusack, and Woody Harrelson is the crazy camper radio guy.
Greetings,
Robert
in
Germany, working the night shift. Thanks, Pop.
Yeah, this is done. As soon as this finishes, it's done.
Yeah, we are at 1 hour 43 minutes. Patrick, can you put black mica powder over that engraving on the saw?
I don't think that'd work. It's metal.
You can do powder coat on it.
Yeah,
if you do it right.
Yeah, I think the mica would probably work. I have actually, in about another week, I have a video coming out on something completely new for Phil. And you won't believe it when you see it, how easy and quick it is. We've done a live stream on filling engraved wood, but this is completely different. I found a new method for doing the color fill that I think is going to blow you away when you see it. That video should be up on my channel in about a week and a half.
Oh, cool. I'm looking forward to it. This is its last time through. It's almost done.
You said that on the last page.
Another minute. Oh no, this is the last run.
That's looking great.
But it has one more. Just needs to finish this up.
Rich, look at this. It's red.
Oh, you got your flash drive.
Yeah, I backed it up based on your video. I'm going to engrave the metal on it.
Cool. Yeah, all of my flash drives are all engraved. So
I forget what this is. Like 100. It's let me pull my glasses. It's a big flash drive. It's way bigger than needs to be. 128 gig.
This is mine.
Nice.
Louisiana Hobby Guy, and this was done on the 20-watt fiber.
I just made a little box for mine to set in. I got a couple missing right now, but painted it green just so it stands out from everything else that's wood colored.
Yeah, I got a bunch of 3D printed trays for lots of different ones.
Got my magic eraser and then clean it up. See how it looks.
I can't tell you now because I haven't tested it yet, but I'm thinking that it will work beautifully.
Nice. Oh, dude, that looks awesome.
Yeah, that came out really good.
Love it. And if people watching didn't know, whenever you use Rich's or Patrick's Amazon links for a product that you might want to buy, once you went to Amazon with their link, you can continue doing your other shopping because you entered Amazon through their link and they'll get credit for everything you buy.
Yeah, I actually have an Amazon storefront, so you can click that link under any of my videos.
Let me close the light. Let's see. There.
Awesome.
Looks amazing.
I'm sure the
that's
camera
a really good anneal color on that. I like that.
Yeah, and it's got the two with that offset. It makes the letters. Stand out.
Looks like that second line should have been a hair higher, but it came out really good.
Well, it would have been okay if I didn't add that offset. The offset went into the sawtooth, but that's okay.
Thanks for being here, John.
Like totally perfect.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Just remember, guys, without you, we wouldn't be here. So
yeah,
thank you all for joining us.
Story.
All right, so we're well past our 90 minutes at 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Now it's a little shinier after the magic eraser cleaned all the junk off.
Yeah, that popped a lot better.
Very good. Now you can put the handle on it, put it to use, and cut something, make something. I always hated a hand saw. I like using a skill saw. I like power tools. I have my dad's original hand saw from back in the day, though.
Yeah, like here's one of the piece of hardware for it. I got it all shiny and polished, and so that'll look really good. Let's put it back in.
Oh yeah,
and it's in focus.
Aloha from Maui. I've been there once for my honeymoon. A really cool place. I was there for a week. I looked all around everywhere, and I couldn't see any mountains, just water. Very cool.
You didn't see any mountains in Hawaii?
Well, looking over the ocean, I mean, you can't see the other side.
Oh yeah. And Greg is saying that with me burning my project, it feels like I'm with your group. You are.
Yeah.
We're all a big family here. Everybody watching, everybody on screen.
Yep. All right. Where did Patrick go? Patrick, get back in here and say goodbye because we're about to sign off.
Well, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Jerry.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And I stream every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific on YouTube and Twitch. Makers and content creators. A little bit of 3D printing, laser resin, a little of everything.
All right, Patrick's back. So that is it for this live stream. We will be back live again in 2 weeks. That looks great, Patrick. And if you want to get notified, go to thelasermakersrealm.com and click the notify me button for an email prior to the live stream. The download files that'll be available for tonight's live stream will also be at lasermakersrealm.com in about 1 hour. It'll be the very top post. So the lasermakersrealm.com, lasermakersrealm.com. No the.
You can also go to our YouTube channels and click that bell notification, and you will get a notification on your phone or whatever you're watching there, and it'll let you know when the streams are starting to.
Yeah. So the notification is for the email notification to remind you in case you're not on YouTube. So if you go and sign up there, you'll get that email notification. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. The files for tonight will be available at lasermakersrealm.com. It'll be the top post in about an hour. right below the video, you'll see the zip file for the files. So thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thank you, everyone.
And we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Good night now.
Later.